Hello everyone, it's Gill Fountain here from 38 Partnership. I am a brand and marketing visibility company. I've been in business for 30 years. I started when my children were very young. They were 1 and 3 from memory. And I was lucky because I was in the toy trade. So I was working, my customers were mums with young children. And there was I, a business owner, very new business owner. I didn't know what I was doing with very young children. So the match was good. Yes, it was exciting times, but I had my target audience around me because, I was up and down the nursery schools, playgroups, mixing with the mums and the grandparents of children being delivered to school. And I literally could walk down the school gates, sell on my way down, sell something else on the way back. And it was easy. It was so easy compared to what it is today because I had the market. In social media, we're global. Here I am. Who would have imagined that we could do this so many years ago? But at the time when I started my business, I had the market within my own town. And we literally used to go around saying, oh, look, the children used to go climbing frame spotting because I was in toys and outdoor play. We knew that every garden that had play equipment of my brands in it, I'd sold to them because there wasn't the social media selling that there is these days. Now, last week, I actually filmed from my phone in the middle of the woods because I couldn't get a phone line. I couldn't get anything. I was down in the New Forest in the south of England. And to say the internet was poor is underestimation, really. I was in the dark, sat beside by some trees and videoing that way, coming in with you that way. And I did talk about the jobs that we hate doing, how to sub out, how to identify the different areas that we all have in business. And as business owners, we have to take on board so much, especially when we begin. And I must admit, along the way, I've had people say to me, and I'm sure you've heard the same story, oh, I wanted to turn my hobby into a business. I love what I do, but I didn't know there was all of this to do, I have to do. And they reel off all the things that you have to do as a new business owner. And that includes all the mundane stuff as well, the stuff that you wouldn't even think. Somebody said to me, I didn't realize I'd have to market my business. I didn't realize, all these accounts. What do you do with all these? What do you do? We have a rule in this house. Anything that gets spent has to have either a receipt or an invoice. I don't pay out anything unless it's got an invoice. And if we buy anything out, whoever buys it, if they get sent out to buy something, they have to come back with a receipt. I don't care what it is. It has to have a receipt. And it's up to me then to decide whether I want to keep that receipt and I can put it against my expenses, or whether it goes in the bin because it's a food bill or something. However, the amount of time that it takes to not only work on your business, actually grow your business, but all of the gubbins, all the extra work that you have to do to actually run a business. And there comes a point when you run out of time. You literally have not got enough time in the day. And that's where it's great to have a crowd around you, an audience around you that will promote your services and your products and your company name. It's great if you've got friends that understand what you do. I mean, we've got friends online, offline, we've got friends, but do they actually know what we do? And sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's only after the one-to-one sessions that we all have now and then, and try and get as much as possible. When we've had the time to sit and explain to people what we do, you hear that, oh, I didn't realize you covered this. I didn't realize that you went that closely into what I was looking for or produced that type of product. Now I run these days, it's not toys or outdoor play, it's branding and marketing and visibility. We make bespoke websites. I run webinars. I've just come off of one an hour ago, 5 steps to develop an A+ LinkedIn profile. I've been running that, rinse and repeat, all the time for the last 18 months. I love it. I can do it with my eyes closed almost. But what I love is the interaction. And that's what I get with all of our clients, all the webinars, the workshops that I do, the monthly subscription training that I do. It's all to do with me personally. I know that you can send out recordings. I know that you can do things automatically. But I prefer to have that personal touch with people. I like showing people how to do things and then working with them to make them achieve the results. Now, today we're going to look at all of those jobs that we hate doing, or we don't like doing, or, we love it. Yes, this is what I want to do. We like it. Yeah, on the good days we like it. And then there's those jobs that we absolutely detest. Now, I know for sure that there are areas of my business that I stumble across, not in marketing, but in other areas. And it's only one little thing that's stopping me. It is literally one little thing. And that little thing gets grown and grown and grown. So that little molehill gets turned into a big mountain. And in the end, I don't do it. And this is how our minds work. We see an obstacle, what we can perceive as an obstacle, which somebody else would enjoy doing. We see that task as a block, a brick wall that we can't get through, over, under, around, whatever it is, it's stopping us. And it's sometimes stopping us in a big way. Now, a couple of years ago, I never liked doing videos. I really didn't want to put myself in front of a video. I didn't like being filmed. I still don't like being having a photo taken. But I've got used to it because I've been on here for over a year, 18 months, week on, week out. And in plenty of other lives and podcasts and radio and whatever you want to think about these days as forms of media, I've been on it, and I comfortably talk about what I do and how I can help people. But 2 months ago, I literally got, stage fright, nervous. I was nervous. Once I got talking, I was okay, but that lead up, I would be very anxious about it. And I must admit, I didn't do videoing for a long, long time. Now, I've been in business 30 years. And although I have done it, I've never done it on a regular basis up until the beginning of last year. So that was one stumbling block that I had. And I know that there's certain pieces of technology that if I could just get that out of the way, I could move on with the next step. But what I've done tonight is I've put together a form, and I'm going to show it to you in a minute. And it was something that I was taught, or shown rather, a few years ago now. And I've used it time and time again when I feel that I'm getting to the point where there's certain jobs that I could just sort of palm off and push away. And for instance, I know that when I was in the toy trade, I had somebody helping me in the house. I had somebody helping me with the garden. I couldn't cope with it. It was just too much for me to be doing on my own. I was farming jobs out, but I was farming my household jobs out to free up my brain and my energy, really. So I didn't have to think about everything else, home stuff on top of work stuff. And these days I do farm out more so than I would want to admit in some instances. I have a lot, I do sub out a lot, and I have a lot of help here that goes on in the background that none of you will ever see or even hear about. But I have put some of the areas down in my list that I'm going to show you. See if you can see what they are. Now, let me give you a bit of background before I show this. Let me go on to the share screen because I am going to talk to you about it. Here we go. Now, this is very simple. Here. This is a very simple form. It may not look it at the moment, but I can tell you, you can scribble this out as easy as anything. Identifying what to sub out. It's a process that I go through. And what I do is it is as simple as you have 4 columns. You have what your tasks are, which you can split down even further. You can break them all down. You have a column of what you love, what you like, and what you absolutely hate. And you start writing your tasks down. Now, email campaigns, we all know that an email campaign is a huge undertaking. You've got to have your database to start off with, and that's another area completely that you may not want to do. You've got to write your email, so you've got to have content, you've got to have the images, you've got to know how to do the buttons, the call to actions, what works, what colours work, what branding you've got. There's all sorts of things. So me putting email campaigns is like a tiny thing with a mountain underneath it. Booking sessions, booking your appointments, having a booking system. Some people would say, I'll just get the software. Others would say, I hate software, I hate technology. I've got a diary, it works well. Others will have all sorts of different ways of having a booking system. Somebody, the larger companies, will have their booking assistant, their appointment secretary. They will have people that will phone and make the appointments with their clients and then put those appointments in front of them. There are many different ways of doing anything at all with your business. And you take each task and you work what is the best system for yourself, whether it's manual, whether it's getting people in to help, or having software that will help you. If you don't like software and you don't like technology, having a diary is easy enough. It's not to be frowned upon. It does work. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to have the latest systems for things to be able to work. What I would say is that as you proceed with your business, as your business grows, having processes and systems in place is a necessity. Because if you don't get that path, that workflow, and you don't have people helping you, you have capped your potential. I should really elaborate on that. I knew that in my other business, my first business, I knew how many hundreds of thousands of pounds, dollars, whatever way you want to do it, was my limit. I had a cap, a plateau that I would reach on the amount of hundreds of thousands of dollars of pounds that I would reach. And however many hours I packed into the day, I couldn't go over it. Physically, I could not go over it. And when I got more people in, that didn't double at the time because I had to then teach them the job. So, you weren't sort of going, oh, if I bring somebody else in, that means I'll get double or treble or whatever it is, because you've got that teaching education process as well. And the beauty is, the absolute bonus is that when everybody knows what they're doing and they know the way you work, the standards you want to work to, and the tasks that they undertake, the tasks that they get given, they know them thoroughly. So, for instance, accounts. I've got an accountant, a bookkeeper that helps me through my accounts because, quite honestly, I can't keep up with them. It's much nicer to get somebody that actually knows the job through and through and loves doing it, because I don't love doing accounts. When it comes to making phone calls and cold calling, for instance, we've had people that would do the cold calling for us, and they were brilliant at it and they loved it. They had a huge success rate, and it was what they loved doing. It's not what I loved at the time doing. I don't mind doing it now, but again, it's trying to make the best use of your time and how much money you can make, how much your time is worth on the things that you don't want to do. So what I've done is I've gone down all of this list, and this list actually goes down quite a way. And you just look at each part and you say, I love doing that, or I don't mind doing that. I don't mind doing that now and then. Or you put a cross in here saying, I absolutely hate this. And because I hate it, I'm going to look for somebody to do it for me. Like I say, selling, pricing, cleaning. Let's think about the house. Let's think about the office. You don't want to be cleaning your office at the end of each day. Get the cleaners in. Get somebody in to help you. Window cleaning. I get somebody to clean my windows. I don't do them myself because I want the time to concentrate on my business. Gardening, like I said, get somebody in. I have people in, or I had people, not so much now, but I had people in that would come in once a fortnight, particularly in the summer. They would come in once a week and mow all the lawns. A couple of times a year, they do all my hedges and my trees. When it comes to exhibitions, if you are exhibiting your products and services with the big exhibition halls, they've got to be good. They've got to be of a very high standard. And if they're not, I've spelled that wrong. And if they're not, oh, did I do that? Was that it? Yeah. If they're not of the quality that your competition, your people around you, that is expected from that show, you won't get the same number of sales. You have to keep to a certain standard. Different shows have different standards, but if you need to be top of your game, that means that your prices are all printed and works out. All your marketing's done. Your stand looks perfect. There's no litter anywhere. Oh my word, I could go on. I can do a whole thing on exhibitions. It just goes on forever. Designing images. Are you good at Canva? What do you use? Do you use Adobe? Do you get somebody in to do it? Do you know what you want? Have you got your branding correct? Do you really want to do your payroll? Get somebody in to do all your HR. Have your systems in place, your scheduling for your social media. What scheduling tool do you use, or do you hire somebody to do it for you? It all comes down into this love, like, or hate. Dare I say, sorting out the children. Have you got a backup system so that if you get held up with a client on the other side of town or 2 hours away, have you got a backup system in place that somebody will scoop the children up, take them home, feed them, excuse me, feed them, and then pop them home again, or you collect them on the way round? Do you have a sharing system for holidays? I used to have a whole load. When my two were younger, I normally had 6 here. It was hardly ever 2. It would be either none or 6. And the reason being is there was 3 of us, 3 mums, and we used to share the children. So this little tribe, this little gang of children, how old were they? They had about a 5 or 6 year age span between them. But they would be gathered up and taken out, or they'd go down to friends in the afternoon and have a play, and or they'd all go off to nursery together and we'd have a break, or we'd take it in turns to take them to nursery, pick them up from nursery. Sometimes I used to take out 6 children and the dogs. It was amazing how much you can achieve when you put your mind to it and start sharing out these tasks. And at the end of the day, if you're sharing the children out like this, they love it because they've got a little tribe amongst them. They've got their friends. They're out doing all sorts of different things, because we would sort out different things all the time. And then at the end of the day, they would come back quite happily because they'd had a lovely time, and we'd been able, the other two parents had been able to get on or just go out, just have a break. Get somebody in to do the shopping. That's much easier these days because of all the deliveries that go on at the time. Going back, and I must admit, I tend not to get my shopping brought to me, but I do if I go away. If I go away on holiday or something, and I'm self-catering, I'll get the shopping delivered to me as I get through the door at the place I'm going to. Cooking. Can you bulk cook? Can you get somebody in? Can you get somebody to buy you takeaways? We've had somebody buy us takeaway tonight, which has been lovely, but it means I haven't had to cook. Do you love booking your holidays? If not, there are people there very willing to help you. Will somebody do the laundry or your ironing? Home bills, are they all organised? We spend so much time on our business. Sometimes the home bills can get forgotten. Has that phone bill been paid? Has the electric been paid? What bills? The car tax? What have we done? Are they all booked in to be paid out automatically? Or have we got a handle on it? Or do we get somebody to do it for us? Get somebody in, a PA or something? Have we got somebody sorting our taxes out? Have we put enough money aside during the year to pay our taxes? Creating content for your website, for your webinars, for your PDFs, or your content for your social media. People will do it for you if that's not what you want to do. And keeping your website up to date, keeping your website fresh is one of the things that helps with your searches, with your ranking. It does help. If you've got a website that's been ignored for any length of time, it will slowly go down in the search engines. It will go down the ranking. Have you backed your systems up lately? What happens if something happens to your systems? What happens? I've had that happen once. Whole system went down. I never did get it back, actually. I lost a whole load of files. This is going back a long, long time. But I did lose a whole load of files that particular time. Your filing, we're supposed to be in a paperless industry. We are not in paperless. You don't even see my desk. However, all of this stuff, all this paperwork has to be filed somewhere. Do you love ordering? Can you even work out how many products you want? How many products are you going to sell? When I was in the product industry, when I was retailing products, I used to have to order in 40-foot containers. I was working out how many toys would fit in these containers. And the idea was, it wasn't actually an idea, it was an instruction to the production team, the factory, that they would not ship air. So basically I said to them, this is what I want in my 40-foot container. And when you shut those doors, if you haven't got it filled, I don't care what you put in it, what product you put in it, make sure that I am not shipping air. So if I was slightly out and those doors closed, and when they opened again, you could see a gap where you should see a brick wall of packaging, of boxes. That's what you should see. And that's what I did see, because they were under strict instructions that they would fill that container. And if it meant instead of getting 200 or something, I got 220 of one particular item and 300 of another, whatever it was, I didn't mind, because I knew I was going to sell that product. But if it isn't in the container to start off with, you can't sell it. Have you got a delivery process in place? It goes on, doesn't it? How's your delivery system? Have you got a warehouse? Is somebody picking and packing and dispatching for you? Have you got a system in place that they know what they're doing? Yes, it goes on. Checking, purchasing, enrolling, employing, timekeeping. Oh dear. Yes, timekeeping. Are you on eBay or Amazon? I've done eBay and Amazon for at least 20 years, I think, 15 years, however long it takes. It changes all the time. Are you up to date with what's going on? There's changes this week on eBay and Amazon that are going on. Have you got your processes in place for that, so that when you do get your orders, they go out quickly? Have you taken photography for your products? Are they good images? Poor images reflect in price. People will start to push you down in price if your images aren't reflecting your product. Can you launch an event, a workshop? Do you need help in that? Can you create your webinars, your workshops? Have you got any freebies, your PDFs that you can send out to people? Are you good at your inviting people? Do you know how to sort out your invitations and your payment systems? Advertising. Do you know about advertising? Do you know about late space? Do you know how to get your costs down? If you don't know any of this, if you don't know about how to get your costs down in advertising, I can do a whole talk on that. I really do know how to sort out that media and talking to the editors and everything. It's a way of saving money. And of course, with all of this, if you can work more on your business and farm out the jobs that you don't like or you hate or you feel is wasting your time and stopping you from getting on, stopping you from growing your business, then this is the way to identify them. Mark down your own tasks on a sheet of paper. Go through them. I know this is top level, so you can break it all down as much as you want. Go through and identify the areas that you really love and you thoroughly enjoy, because if you enjoy your business and the jobs in your business, then you will push yourself forward. If every day of the week you get up, or a day of the week you get up and you think, oh no, it's Thursday, I've got to do this, I hate Thursdays, that is the time to sub those jobs out. Make your own list. Go down the columns and tick the ones you hate. Just go down instantly. Don't even think about it. I hate that. Tick it or put a cross through it. And at the end of it, the aim is to get rid of every single one of these in this red column that you hate. Every single one you sub out, or you get another system in, or you get somebody in to help you. It doesn't matter if you're paying them to do it off-site or you've got them helping you to do it. If it means you come to one of my webinars and I show you how to do it, you will save yourself so much money, because you will know how to do it properly. And it may be that these jobs that you hate, that you were putting off, actually you turn into, oh, actually, now I understand them, I like them, and now I'm good at it, I really love it. It's all different ways of saving yourself money, but also the frustration that goes with it. And that is the form I was going to show you, the process that I was going to show you. It's as simple as that. I can go through every single one of those, break it all down, show you how to do things. And some of those I can see, I have got a spelling mistake. Another one I've just seen because I just rattled this off earlier. But this was a system that I was shown a few years ago now by a guy that I worked with. He is actually very good. Peter Thomson from the 100 Plus Club. He is very good. He does know his systems and he does know his market. And he showed me quite a few tips along the way, along with a few other coaches and mentors that I've had, because I've worked with people that have helped me all the way along. And it is the way you grow. All the time you're learning. His thing was, if you're learning, you're earning. And actually that does make sense to me. So thank you very much, Peter, for showing me this. And I've adapted it to my own way of doing things. And I've used it time and time again. And I hope that you've can find it of use as well. Now, what have I got coming on next? Next week, I have got my Visibility 5-day challenge. It is 5 hours with me, day after day. 5 days, we talk about social proofing, Google My Business, LinkedIn, oh heavens, all sorts of things to increase the number of people seeing yourself and your business, your products and your services, how it all works. We even pop in a website health check, would you believe? And I have somebody come along and explain it all to you. So if you are interested, I will put the link in here later. As I come out of here, I'll come back in and put the link in. And I will stop my share now and come back to me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. If you are joining me later, please put #replay. Should have done that at the beginning, shouldn't I? My name's Gill Fountain. I work with 38 Partnership. We are branding and marketing and visibility, and we help you increase the number of people seeing your business, your products and your services, and allowing your business to grow. Do join me next week. I will be here same time, same place on Wednesday, and we'll have something else that's equally as amusing in a way to show you. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good week. Bye-bye.